Snapchat, one of the most popular social applications today. Founded 5 years ago, Snapchat is a messaging application that allows users to send videos and pictures to their friends. What makes Snapchat messaging so attractive is that users are able to add captions, stickers, doodles, and filters over their captured photos and videos called snaps and send the finished creation to a friend. Alternatively, users can add their snaps to My Story, a Snapchat function that allows snaps to be broadcasted to their friends for a period of 24 hours. In addition, Snapchat is different from other messaging platforms because of the transient nature of the messages. All messages sent, be it a picture or a video, will self-destruct after a few seconds of a person viewing them. Snapchat has emerged to be one of the most popular apps nowadays, especially among youngsters. The platform has 158 million daily users, and on average, one single user can actually open the app up 18 times a day. However, Snapchat's user interface has often been criticized with users calling it really bad and disastrous. With other big names like Instagram and Facebook coming into the competition, Snapchat makes an effort to stay ahead. In early 2017, they had a major makeover for the application. New features like a song recognition function were added, and the overall interface was also improved, making it easier to find friends. The makeover has certainly made the application better, but today we have Professor Cindy, who is going to talk about how Snapchat can still be improved. Professor Cindy, an engineering psychologist, shares her views on Snapchat.
Despite many issues with Snapchat's user interface, it is still very popular in Singapore. 37% of Singaporeans were found to be using Snapchat. Most of these users consist of young adults, and thus, I've created an experiment to gain more insight into how these users interact with the application. I wanted to use my observation to gain more insight into the common problems faced by the user, and also find a way to make Snapchat more user-friendly.
For Professor Cindy's observation, 4 participants from Nanyang Technological University were recruited. They were given 4 task scenarios to complete with no time limit. However, there was an option to give up if needed. The first task was to use an inbuilt selfie filter, particularly the dog filter. The correct way to do this was to first tap the default camera screen. Filters would pop up for the users to choose from. Then, participants had to select the dog filter from the range of filters available. Finally, the center button had to be pressed to capture the picture. The second task was to film a video and apply the slow motion function. The correct way for this was to first take a video by holding the center button. Next, the user has to swipe the screen multiple times to get to the slow motion option. The third task was to send a message to another Snapchat user. Then, they had to try and save the message. The correct way to send a message from the default screen was to swipe left, select a recipient, and type a message. To save a message, users had to press and hold the message paragraph. The last task was to use an inbuilt music detector that allowed participants to find out the names of songs being played in the background. The correct way to do this was to press and hold the default camera screen. A moving symbol would appear, indicating that the function was in use. Finally, after holding it for a period of time, the song name would appear when the system was done analyzing the song.
Hi, my name is Christy. Do I need... Wait. Okay. Hello, I'm Maisian, CE Year 4, and I have never used Snapchat before. Go.
Okay, hello, my name is Kevin, MSc.
Now let's see how Meisha was doing. Her first attempt was to explore the settings and the memories option. This only led her to snaps which were saved in the past. Finally, she took a selfie and then tried to find the filter. But after that, she eventually gave up.
You can.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
I give up.
Being a novice Snapchat user, Christy managed to find the selfie filter pretty easily. Kevin tried to take the photo first and press the icons to see whether there's option for the filter. He also kept opening the memories option. In the end, he gave up on the task. Give up?
Yeah.
In the selfie filter task, James first tried to swipe up to find the filters. Next, he tried swiping left-right and then proceeded to swipe up and down repeatedly. James, what are you doing? Other fruitless attempts included exploring the settings. Then he finally managed pressing around the face areas and find the filter options. Firstly, patient took a video and tried to press the icons. Next, she went to the settings, got lost, and ended up taking a profile picture instead. A hint to take the video was given. Then, she tried to press all the available options, thinking that it was impossible to swipe. But she finally figured it out. Christy had again completed the task without a hitch. This could be due to her previous experience with the application. While struggling with the slow motion task, Kevin accidentally found out how to have the dog filter. He then proceeded to record the video and tried to use the icons available to see whether there's any slow motion function. After a while, he managed to swipe left and find the slow motion feature. For the slow motion video task, James started by taking a video and then he tried to press the icons available on the screen. After several attempts, he finally got it figured out by swiping the screen. And this time, Meixian successfully saved the message without any problem. For the first time, Christy found difficulty in doing the task. She tried to swipe the message to the right, but was not able to save it. However, after a period of time, she finally got it figured out. Kevin took a photo from Snapchat memories and typed a message on it. He didn't know that a message can be sent without photo. But in the end, he managed to save the message by holding it. In the saving a message task, James found the contact list first and then successfully sent a message. He also succeeded in saving the message. Good job, James! Mei Xian opened the top and right screen to see whether there was any options for it. She had no idea that it had to be accessed from the main camera screen. For the song task, Christy tried to explore setting options. She managed to find instructions inside the settings that said press and hold on the camera screen to Shazam a song. Following the instructions, she proceeded to hold the screen, but managed to only open the face filters. What a pity! Christy could have succeeded if she held it a bit longer. For the last task, Kevin swiped left and right, trying to find if there is any options. He didn't try to open the camera and finally asked us for hints. We told him that it wasn't in the left or right screen. He then opened the camera screen but still had no idea. In the end, he gave up. Finally, in the song detecting task, James tried to find switches in the top screen and settings. He also tried to record the song in the video mode first and tried exploring the filters and options available. However, his efforts were not rewarded and he gave up.
The first problem identified that users faced was saving messages. The function itself is not visible. Due to the transient nature of all interactions on Snapchat, many users are not aware that they could actually save chats. In normal circumstances, chats are immediately erased when a user exits a chat. However, there is actually an option to save such messages if a user desires. Hence, this function has to be made salient. Next comes the problem of saving messages. To save messages, users have to manually press and hold each chat paragraph. Successful action will be feedback with a saved alert that will pop up after the action is completed. However, this press and hold action is slow and the feedback has a lag time due to the design. Professor Cindy has thus come up with a way to make this function more salient. In the prototype, she has included a save icon at the top left-hand corner. This is located beside the name of the user the individual is interacting with. This will make it obvious that such messages have an option to be saved. Upon clicking on it, selectable bubbles for each message string will appear. Users can save each message individually by tapping each bubble, which would immediately feedback successful action with a visible tick. Then, to confirm their decisions, the tick button can be selected to seal their changes in. A tick was chosen as users can automatically associate such an icon with an agreement and confirmation of their decision. The next problem was found in the selfie filter function. Finding the selfie function proved to be difficult for all participants. The same problem of visibility occurs here as well. There was no indication of a function to add any filters. In addition, the common way to add filters in many popular applications was to add them after the photo was taken. This can be seen in other major social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. However, Snapchat had not preserved this consistency in their platform. Despite that, Snapchat selfie filters are unique because they are animated. Such filters detect the user's face proportions and create a best fit option for user faces. Thus, putting the filter after the picture was taken did not seem like a good option. Hence, to cater to the problem without removing this unique aspect of Snapchat, a salient mask icon was placed just below the camera button. The mask icon was chosen because, like a mask, a filter is layered over a user's face. Thus, users can quickly recognize it to represent the filter function. Also, this new positioning made more sense as it was close to the button meant to capture the photos. However, doing this meant replacing the previous icon, which led to a function called Memories, where users' previous snaps were stored. Thus, the icon to this function was moved to the top left-hand corner instead. The previous icon, which was a circle, is a poor representation of its function. Hence, this circle icon was replaced by a universal icon that represented the photo album function, so users would automatically know that by clicking on such an icon, they will be able to access past pictures. The third problem concerns the video filter function. Again, the problem of visibility returns. Users tend to expect filter options to automatically pop up after the video is filmed, similar to pictures. However, this was not the case, and users had to swipe repeatedly to find the desired filter. Hence, in a new design, we decided to match this expectancy by having filter options pop up right after the video was taken. Next, to apply speed additions such as increasing the speed of the overall video or applying slow motion, the video speed functions were shifted to a button located at the bottom left-hand corner. Hence, instead of having to swipe repeatedly, users can easily adjust their video speed by selecting from a list of pop-up icons after the button had been selected. In addition, this button alerts the user of the availability of such a function. Some users might not realize that they could edit the video speed by swiping, and this improvement can help to address the problem. The last task, which was to use the inbuilt music detector task, proved to be difficult for the participants as well. There were absolutely no clues as to how they could even achieve the task of detecting music, and many of them were observed to be looking for an icon to indicate that particular function. In addition, this function is one of the added features of the newly updated Snapchat, and many users are not aware of its existence. This reflects yet another problem of poor visibility in design. Thus, this prototype includes a music icon on the top left-hand corner. This will communicate to users the availability of such a function. In the current design, users have to press and hold the screen for the music to be detected. However, in the new design, this music detection function is hands-free, where all a user needs to do will be to tap the icon and the function will run by itself. However, Professor Cindy has some concerns.
Despite these recommendations, limitations still exist. While working on improving Snapchat's user interface, we find that it's possible that Snapchat purposefully made the design less intuitive. Some features can be discovered just by glancing at the screen. By doing this, users will need to explain and share the features to each other, and people actually get excited by showing their friends how to do cool stuff, thus creating a hype for it. So if our recommendations are implemented, people will talk less about Snapchat and thus reduce its hype. But on the positive side, Snapchat will be able to make the apps more user-friendly and reach out to wider age group.
From Professor Cindy's observations, it seems that Snapchat's major problem concerns the visibility of most of its functions. Professor Cindy has certainly made some interesting improvements to Snapchat's current design in her prototype, and this seems promising for the future. Would her improvements be implemented in future Snapchat updates? Stay tuned to